Welcome to Faith Exclusive Episode 8, where we discuss topics that challenge you and assist in finding the solutions for a better outcome and a way forward. I'm your host, Faith. In Episode 7, we discussed safe places. In this episode, we are discussing resilience. Our disclaimer is a reminder that this podcast should not be taken as legal counseling or advice. Information on this podcast is for inspiration, and we cannot be held liable for information included in this podcast. Do not rely solely on the information shared. If you do, we will not be held liable for such reliance. This podcast isn't a substitute for professional advice. We are not a professional. The content is opinionated and the terms of use are to the best of our knowledge. We also reserve the right to change the management of this podcast. Let's get started. Welcome to a new episode where we will discuss resilience. When you hear resilience, what comes to mind and how do you demonstrate it in your day-to-day? Resilience is your bounce back from being knocked off course or balance in your life. Some struggle to have it, not knowing that every day you wake up, you stretch yourself, which is a form of resilience. Bend but don't break. The ability to go beyond what you thought was a limitation for you. You not losing your mind over that situation is resilience. That personal problem you thought would never end was an act of resilience. Your ability to move forward, only taking what you need. You believe in your abilities, are confident in your comeback, and are relentless. Resilience is that strong armor that shields you from defeat. It calls for flexibility and an open mind because some things are unexpected. You must embrace change to get on the other side of a thing. If you're joining, welcome to Episode 8 where we discuss resilience. There are times when you question yourself and the situation. The believer, you question God. It looks like you won't make it. What's possible began to look impossible. At this very moment, it is an opportunity for growth. It's a moment of snapping back. Being able to see the possible. Let's be honest about the adversities of life. Going against the grain. Walking in the opposite direction of the wind. Persisting the need to control the things around you. It takes buoyancy, staying engaged and focused on the end goals. If you're joining, welcome to Episode 8 where we discuss resilience. Know your center, the core of who you are. What's your happy place? For the believer, the joy of the Lord is your strength. Resilience is solving a problem. Maintaining peace. Exploring your options, pacing yourself. Don't concern yourself with time. Do all the things that support self-care and loving yourself. Having a support system. Balance your emotions. Let's shift to another form of resilience in mental toughness. Resist unhealthy thoughts, disappointments, and unrealistic personal practices. Be determined and stay aware of who you are and the direction you're moving in. Mental toughness requires confidence. You have to remain poised and certain that you can and will overcome obstacles and resistances. Be firm and exemplify your grit in all you do. Don't stop, don't give up, and don't get distracted by the mundane. It takes readapting continuously to be resilient. If you're joining, welcome to Episode 8 where we discuss resilience. If you are listening to this podcast, you're already being resilient. You are strong, you're tough, and courageous. The bonus is knowing your purpose in life and using it as a goal. You can use your purpose as a guideline to determine if you're still going in the right direction. Because the wrong direction can feel right. Yes, the wrong direction and the wrong things can feel right, so knowing your purpose in life is important. Along the way, you are learning the lessons and developing the tools for the other side of resilience. Resist intimidation and the fear of breaking through the boundaries. Self-awareness will aid in accountability when needed. It takes discipline to develop the strength to be resilient. Establish real goals along the way. Resilience means taking action daily. For those who are believers, it takes a lot of prayer and studying your word. I believe in you and the journey you're on. I'm excited about the reward of your finishing well. I hope this was helpful and resourceful and look forward to sharing with you in the next episode. That brings us to the end of this episode. We appreciate you during our discussion regarding resilience. We hope this ignited something in you that provoked your curiosity. As always, we welcome you back and appreciate your listening ear here on Faith Exclusive Podcast. Please subscribe, like, and share.